Okay. So we've got a wild one today. This story, it's like something straight out of like a, music industry thriller or something.
Yeah.
We're talking Sean Diddy Combs.
Right.
But not just like the regular headlines.
Right.
About his, legal battles and all that.
Yeah.
You sent us this article about comedian Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
And he's got this theory that's a whole other spin on this whole Diddy thing.
Yeah.
And it suggests that there's this like massive like behind the scenes power struggle happening. What do you make of this?
I mean, it's an interesting take. I mean, on the surface level, you have these allegations against Diddy, right?
Right.
We're talking sexual misconduct, abuse, all this stuff.
Yeah.
It even led to federal raids on his properties.
Right. And then Diddy's team is saying, no, this is crazy. This is a witch hunt.
Exactly.
They're coming after him.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about what Griffin is saying is that he's saying, no, it goes deeper than that.
Right.
Like these legal problems, they might just be the tip of the iceberg here, right?
Yeah. I mean, what he's suggesting is that these raids were not really about the criminal activity.
Okay.
But that this was a power move to maybe seize information that Diddy has on other music executives.
Interesting.
That could, really turn the industry on its head.
So wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What kind of information are we even talking about here?
Yeah.
Like, what could Diddy even have that's worth, these execs going to these lengths?
Well, that's the big question,
Yep.
right? Griffin seems to believe that Diddy has recordings, maybe even blackmail tapes, that have like really, really damaging secrets on some of the biggest names in music.
Okay.
And he even names a couple of figures.
Cool.
So he mentions Lucian Grange, who's the CEO of Universal Music Group. Huge. This is like a titan in the industry.
Right.
And then you have Clive Davis.
Right.
The legendary producer,
Sure.
worked with everyone from Whitney Houston to Santana.
Right. I mean, we're not talking about small, like these aren't small fish.
No, these are institutions, right, in the music world.
So you've got Diddy on one hand, who's, a really smart businessman, clearly.
Right.
But also, let's be real, he's been in the public eye for how long?
Decades.
Yeah. And not always for, squeaky clean stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then you've got these other guys, these music industry heavyweights, who are calling the shots, according to Griffin.
Griffin.
But is there any actual proof?
Right.
Or is this all just speculation?
Yeah. I think that's what you need to find out, right?
Right,
It's
yeah.
a juicy story.
Yeah.
But Griffin is, he's making these claims.
Right.
But is there anything to back it up?
Yeah. So we're saying like interesting theory, but
Yeah, for now, I'd say take it with a grain of salt.
okay.
But even without like hard evidence, right?
Yeah.
It just makes you think about how power works,
Yeah.
especially in industry like music, where it's all about who, reputation,
Right.
secret.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's say, just for fun, right?
Yeah. Let's say that there is some truth to this.
Right.
How would these music moguls even like make this happen?
Right.
Orchestrate it, right?
Right.
We're just talking about like, some Godfather stuff.
No, it's not like that. It's not like strong-arming people. It's more about, I think, leverage.
Okay.
You got to remember, these guys are not messing around.
Right.
They've spent decades building their power,
Yeah.
not just in music, but like media, politics,
It's all connected.
It's all connected. So I don't know, maybe a phone call here, a favor there, that kind of stuff goes a long way.
So it's more about who you know than like actual,
A lot of it is, yeah. And Griffin even says that this influence, it could even be affecting how the media is covering Diddy's case.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Think about it.
Yeah.
We see these stories all the time about celebrities messing it right.
Right.
But with Diddy, it feels like they're going extra hard, don't you think?
Yeah.
So is that just how it is? Or are they trying to make him look bad on purpose?
It's true. I mean, it's easy to believe the worst when it's like, it already kind of fits, right?
Exactly. And once that idea is in people's heads, it's hard to shake.
Right.
It affects everything, what people think, even the legal stuff.
Wow.
Suddenly, every accusation sticks, even without proof.
So where does that leave Diddy?
Yeah.
Is he a victim in all this? Or, I mean, he's done some shady stuff, right?
Yeah.
So is he more likely to have dirt on other people, or is he the one being targeted?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Right.
Diddy's always been a bit of a wild card, right? Brilliant businessman, but yeah, drama follows him around.
Right.
It's hard to say if that makes him more or less likely to be in this situation.
Right.
But it definitely makes the story more interesting.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, no, totally. But at the end of the day, we're trying to figure out what's real and what's not here. You know?
Right.
So what are we supposed to think about all of this?
I think that's the big question. Like, it's easy to get caught up in all this, right?
Oh,
With
yeah.
Griffin's story, it's a good one. But we got to be real with ourselves.
Right.
What do we actually know?
Right.
Right now, we got nothing, really.
Yeah.
No tapes, no insiders, no proof.
So are we saying Griffin's, like, totally wrong?
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, be careful about jumping to conclusions, right? But even if he's wrong about Diddy, it makes you think, right?
About
In the music industry, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of egos.
Exactly. Fortunes made and lost overnight. Reputations on the line. People will do a lot to protect what they've got.
It makes you wonder, is this really that crazy? Have there been other times when, like, the powerful people just shut down anyone who got in their way?
Oh, I'm sure. The music biz. I got its fair share of dirty laundry, believe me.
Right.
Stories that would curl your hair, but they never come out.
Right.
I mean, how many artists have we seen get screwed over by their contracts, you know?
True, yeah.
Or treated like dirt and they can't say anything.
Right.
So I'm just saying, it's not impossible, right, that there's more to this Diddy thing.
It's like we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg, like you said.
Exactly.
With all this, it makes you think, like, who really runs the music industry?
Billion-dollar question, right?
Right.
It's easy to get lost in the glitz and glam, but underneath, it's a whole different game. Power, money, secrets.
It's a jungle out there.
Yeah?
You could say that again.
Wow. Okay. So we covered a lot today.
We did.
Any last words for our listeners before we wrap up?
Just, think for yourselves. Don't believe everything you read, especially these days. Do your own digging. You never know what you might find.
Words to live by. Don't just follow the headlines, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for breaking it all down with us. This was great.
Anytime. Good to be here.
Until next time, everyone.